Using when plus past participle, part 2。上一課我哋提過 present and past participles， 今課我哋繼續講 participles 嘅 tenses 同埋 voices。Tenses and voice of participles. What do we do if the active verb is in perfect form? We use having plus past participle in the participle. For example, I have told you many times. I don't want to repeat. Having told you many times, I don't want to repeat. Another example. Peter had left Hong Kong for months. He started to feel homesick. Having left Hong Kong for months, Peter started to feel homesick. What do we do if the passive verb is continuous or perfect? For continuous, we use the construction being plus past participle. For example, Peter is being scolded by his father. He does not say a word. Being scolded by his father, Peter does not say a word. Another example, Jane was being asked why she went back home late. She showed her unhappiness. Being asked why she went back home late, Jane showed her unhappiness. For perfect, we use the construction having been plus past participle. For example, I have been told that it is a scary film. I never watch it. Having been told that it is a scary film, I never watch it. Negating participle phrases. We can add the word not before a participle phrase to negate it. Example, not having exercised for months, Liz is becoming fatter and fatter. Not told Peter has left, Peter's class teacher is looking for him. Past participle. Let's look at a few examples. Excited about dinner, Harry ran the whole way home. Here, excited is the past participle, and excited about dinner is the participial phrase. The participial phrase modifies Harry. Frightened by the loud fireworks, the dog hid under the couch. Frightened is the past participle, and frightened by the loud fireworks is the participial phrase. The participial phrase modifies dog. Injured during the soccer match, Marco had to leave the field. Here, injured is the past participle, and injured during the soccer match is the participial phrase. The participial phrase modifies Marco. Placement and punctuation of participial phrases. We find participial phrases in 3 positions. They can come before a main clause, called the initial position. After a noun phrase they are modifying, called middle position, or after a main clause, called final position. What kind of punctuation do we need to use when participial phrases occur in different positions? When the participial phrase comes before a main clause, it is followed by a comma. When the participial phrase follows a main clause, a comma must come before the participial phrase. When the participial phrase occurs in mid-sentence position, we use 2 commas. 1 comma comes before the participial phrase, and the other comes after it. Here is an example for the first case. While waiting for takeoff, the flight attendants passed out magazines. Task 1. Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of participles to complete the sentences. Stop the video while you do the exercise, and when you're done, resume play to display the answers. Here are the answers. Mountain range resort. Bored of the usual city trips, my friend and I decided to go on an eco holiday in India. Arriving at the mountain range resort, we knew we had made the right choice. Surrounded by greenery at the foot of the Himalayas, the resort has wonderful scenery all around. Not used to the peace and quiet, we were not sure what to do at first, but we soon found there were plenty of options. Having many visitors who want to get close to the nature, the resort offers lots of exciting outdoor activities. Not wanting to waste any time, we decided to go kayaking. Paddling along the river, we saw lots of wildlife. Based at the camp for 5 days, we were also able to fit in some trekking, rock climbing, and bird watching. Told all about the local nature and wildlife during talks at the resort, we learned a lot too. Leaving the resort, we felt really sad. We both hope we can return one day. Task 2. Rewrite the following sentences using past participles. Once again, stop the video while you do the exercise, and when you've finished, resume play to display the answers. Here are the answers. Number 1. As the puppy was maltreated by its master, it ran away. Maltreated by its master, the puppy ran away. Number 2. Jack was late for school since he had an unexpected stomachache. Having an unexpected stomachache, Jack was late for school. You can also say, having had an unexpected stomachache, Jack was late for school. Number 3. The woman died because she was knocked down by the taxi. Knocked down by the taxi, the woman died. Number 4. Yvonne decided to stay in London for some weeks because she hoped to understand more about the British culture. Hoping to understand more about the British culture, Yvonne decided to stay in London for some weeks. Number 5. A lot of teenagers start their day with a morning walk because they realize its health value. Realizing the health value of a morning walk, a lot of teenagers start their day with it. Number 6. The robbers knew that the police were coming. They fled the den immediately. Knowing that the police were coming, the robbers fled the den immediately. Number 7. I didn't know how to write a proposal. I discussed it with Sam. Not knowing how to write a proposal, I discussed it with Sam. Number 8. Jack had got 8 subjects in level 5 in the public exam. He decided to apply for a school place in Oxford University. Having got 8 subjects in level 5 in the public exam, Jack decided to apply for a school place in Oxford University. Task 3. Present and past participle. Rewrite the following sentences by beginning each sentence with a past participle phrase. The first one has been done for you as an example. For example, the man opened the door. The man then walked outside. Opening the door, the man walked outside. The exercise is displayed on 2 screens. Go through them one by one while you work on the sentences. After that, go to screen 3 to display the answers. This is screen 2. Stop the video while you work on the sentences, and when you're done, resume play, and the answers will be displayed on the next screen. Here are the answers. Number 1. The manager was impressed by Joe's performance. Therefore, the manager extended his contract for 2 years. Impressed by Joe's performance, the manager extended his contract for 2 years. Number 2. We have been invited to the Christmas party. We are looking for presents. Having been invited to the party, we are looking for presents. Number 3. Nelson was warned not to hide any truth. He revealed what happened during the accident. Warned not to hide any truth, Nelson revealed what happened during the accident. Number 4. The water is used to generate electricity. The water flows through the hydroelectric dam. Used to generate electricity, the water flows through the hydroelectric dam. Number 5. The fire was lit by a careless hiker. The fire destroyed lots of trees. Lit by a careless hiker, the fire destroyed lots of trees. Number 6. John was awarded a scholarship last week. He will study in England next year. Awarded a scholarship, John will study in England next year. Number 7. Adrian was not allowed to go outside with his friends. He slammed the bedroom door hard. Not allowed to go outside with his friends, Adrian slammed the bedroom door hard. Number 8. He was seen to have vigorous arguments with her. He has become one suspect. Seen to have a furious argument with her, he has become one suspect. Exercise. The following article, Save Wild Tigers, is taken from the Standard. Rewrite the underlined parts using present or past participle phrases. Number 1. The Tiger Summit was held by officials from 13 countries in Russia. The summit aimed to save tigers on the brink of extinction. Number 2. After the officials held the meeting, they would sign a declaration to save the iconic big cats from extinction. Number 3. The 13 countries agreed to preserve and enhance tigers' habitat. However, the 13 countries will need about $350 million in outside funding in the first 5 years of the 12-year plan. Number 4. The number of tigers worldwide has plunged by over 95% in the past century. The number has only increased in Russia, from several dozens to some 500 now. Wildlife experts, however, say that Siberian tigers are still endangered. Their pelts, bones and meat are prized in traditional Chinese medicine, and some 100 of them are killed annually to be smuggled to China. Number 5. Many of the countries are impoverished. Such countries will be seeking donor commitments to help finance conservation measures. You may stop the video while you work on the sentences, and when you finish, resume play, and the answers will be displayed. Here are the answers. Number 1, held by officials from 30 countries in Russia, the Tiger Summit aimed to save tigers on the brink of extinction. Number 2, after holding the meeting, they, the officials, would sign a declaration to save the iconic big cats from extinction. Number 3, agreeing to preserve and enhance tigers' habitat, the 13 countries will need about $350 million in outside funding in the first 5 years of the 12-year plan. Number 4, having plunged by over 95% in the past century, the number of tigers has only increased in Russia, from several dozens to some 500 now. Number 5, being impoverished, such countries will be seeking donor commitments to help finance conservation measures. This is the end of the lesson. Goodbye.